Hello, Internet. Last week around this time, I kind of took a big leap that I'd been thinking about for quite a long time, like months, maybe even more than a year. Um, and I got on Facebook, which have spent very little time on Facebook in the last several years. I am a part of a cancer group, a men's cancer group that has a discussion group on Facebook. So I had been interacting a little bit there. But as far as just being actively involved on Facebook and checking in with my own feed and posting or looking at anything really, the wider Facebook community, I just have not been doing that for a very long time. But it's something that's been on my mind for many, many months. And again, probably a year and a half since I first started this channel, this YouTube channel. I've talked it over with friends, family, and just spent countless hours mulling it over in my own mind, just kind of beating myself up and saying, why not? Why are you not posting your videos on Facebook? Why are you not just communicating to that wider audience accessibility on Facebook? And I have to say it's just because, I can't remember if I've talked about this much on this channel, but I really just kind of soured on social media several years ago. Let's say it was back probably around 2015 or something. I was one of the, early birds with Facebook, actually. I got on there pretty soon after Facebook kind of became a thing, which of course was way back in 2006, 2007. So I was active there for several years when it first got going, and then I do have an Instagram, and I have an Twitter X account, but I never post on there. And even on my Instagram, it's very kind of small. I've never really interacted very much there at all. So the point being, I guess I just haven't been much of a social media guy. A lot of I had a popular blog when I was living in India. I did a weather blog, weather forecast, weather analysis, mainly because I lived in a part of India where there was no weather analysis. And so I was a voice talking about weather in Himalayan North India, and it kind of tapped into an interesting audience of travelers. A few people that I knew, but a lot of complete strangers stumbled across it. And I enjoyed that. I had fun. But one thing about social media, which just kind of bothers me or rubs me the wrong way, is the fact that you can get overwhelmed with comments and replies. And of course, many of them are encouraging and supportive and nice and kind. But we all know that there are certain topics, mainly things having to do with religion or politics, that it can get ugly really fast. And for those of you who are active on social media, for whatever reason, that can be the case. And I am just not good at that. I've never been good at talking about things that matter, which is ironic, because on social media, you want to talk about things that matter. You want to talk about things that go beyond just the, happy-go-lucky, what did I do today, and, where did I go on vacation type of stuff. Or at least I do. I want to interact on there with things that I actually care about, which do tend to be social issues, cultural issues, now, of course, health issues. But as you guys know, even health issues have become controversial because you end up with different groups of people who offer suggestions or offer certain philosophies pertaining to health and healing and medicine and holistic health, alternative methods. And again, all of that's very interesting, but the thing is, I've seen it go sideways really fast on social media when a lot of people start chiming in. I mean, look at what we've been through lately with just, politics in the United States and some of our cultural, social issues just in the last several months. It's nothing new, and I don't want to go into the topics because you all know some of the things that I'm talking about. And I guess what I'm saying is some people love that stuff and other people don't do well with it. And I think I'm one that doesn't do well with it because I can get bent out of shape pretty quickly when conversations get heated, and maybe I'm thin-skinned. Maybe I am prone to become defensive. I don't know. I try to work on that stuff in my personality. But anyway, the point is, whenever we start talking about things that matter, that things that are important to us, the things that hit close to home, sometimes it invites conversation that can quickly escalate and become contentious politically, socially, religiously, spiritually, culturally, anyway. So, coming back around, I guess that's why I have held off with being very active on Facebook in the last several years, just because it has turned me away. It has pushed me away. It has caused me to become less inclined to check in on my Facebook feed because it's not pleasant. And I know for some of you, for many people, it is enjoyable to get into these disagreements or contentious conversations on social media, but I'm not one of those people that really enjoys that. In fact, it causes me a degree of anxiety, so I try to stay away from it. But anyway, that's my personal relationship with social media. When I posted on Facebook last week, I mentioned something about throwing the baby out with the bathwater, and that is absolutely true, because there is no place that is more connected than Facebook for me and my generation. I know that, younger generations, they may be more connected on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, things like that. But I think for my generation, Facebook is where probably the most people from our lives are connected and gathered. And again, for me, multiple seasons and many different geographical locations all around the world. Those people can be found, on my friend list on Facebook. So that's why I decided finally to go ahead and post links to this video and also to my patient story video, which most of you know about that now, patient story. If you don't know, all you have to do is type it into the search bar here on YouTube. The patient story, I did an interview with them last August, which actually wasn't even posted until January. But it garnered, I think it's up to about 220,000 views or something, just me talking about my cancer experience. And something like 450, again, I haven't even checked on it in a few weeks, but it could be approaching 500 or more comments. And some of those, I tried to go through most of those comments, but some of those are hard to read and hard to respond to. Um, you know, trolls. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. You know, you got your trolls out there that really just can turn conversation into something unpleasant very quickly. And I'm just not good at that. But anyway, I finally decided that I wanted to widen the scope. My Facebook community was not even really aware of the fact that I had cancer. At least a lot of people, were not. Some people figured it out through other sources and means, I guess. But anyway, the point is, I finally decided last week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, that I was going to post the link to this video and the link to my YouTube or my patient story video on there. And the response has been quite overwhelming. A lot of people have chimed in, and I can notice even from views on this channel that there's a lot more people who have watched the last video that I posted maybe about 8 or 10 days ago. So I've done it. I guess I would just call it, I took the leap. I decided to get over myself and take the risk to share my story. Because again, as I've mentioned on here a lot of times, this isn't about getting attention. I really don't like attention all that much. I mean, it's not about me and my ego of having a bunch of people watching my videos or hearing my story, other than the fact that I feel like what I have been through and what I am going through, what I continue to go through, can help people. It can give people some direction. The reason I know this is because when I was first diagnosed with cancer, I got great comfort, encouragement, direction from watching and listening to other people's cancer testimonies via YouTube. And I would say mainly via YouTube. So, as I am more than 2 1/3 or about 2 1/3 years into this, I know that I have a story to tell, and that a lot of things that I've been through, that I've learned, that are behind me but are still ahead of me, a lot of that stuff can help other people. And that is why I have made the decision to take a deep breath and just deal with my own personal social media phobias in order to have my voice out there. And of course, I love the support. Of course, I love the encouragement. The core of you that have always followed along on these videos, I call it my inner circle of people who have been walking along with me for a long time. Like, it's going on. July will be 2 years, and this is February. So I guess we could say it's just been a little over 1.5 years that I've been making these videos here. But you guys know who you are, and you have helped me so much. And I need that. It's healthy for me, but at the same time, I have made the decision that I want to broaden that circle of reach so that my voice and my experience can be heard by others. And, you can go way back in my YouTube videos, and I've mentioned that before. It's just that I never really took the steps to try to help that process along. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Yes, I had my first chemo treatment last Wednesday, so it has been about 5 days. I think you can see that I'm not having any issues yet. I've had some fatigue. In fact, the last couple of days in particular, I felt very, very tired. I am doing a lot of moisturizing, putting a lot of lotion on my face, my hands, my feet, even my chest. I am trying to be preemptive, proactive because I know what happened with my skin last year, and I talked about that in the last video. So I'm trying to get ahead of it, but so far so good. Coming up, I do have, again, a very busy schedule. I'm going to have an abdominal MRI this Friday, which is the 28th of February. And then next week, I have to be down at Mayo Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for a whole series of appointments, including my next chemo treatment, my number 2 panitumumab infusion. So that's going to be next Tuesday. And I have other appointments Monday and Wednesday. So anyway, this has been a different kind of video because I wanted to talk about the Facebook stuff. And as usual, I thank you guys so much for checking in. And I hope you hear me. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to say. And for those of you who have joined in this YouTube community since maybe seeing links posted on Facebook, I say welcome, and I'm glad you're here. Some of you are friends that go back decades, and we haven't been in touch, and it's really wonderful to reconnect with you again. So thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone for being here, even if you're very close, or even if you're very old friends, or even if you're someone else that I don't know, and you don't even know me. But that'll do it for now, and I hope everyone has a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.